Howdy YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood Chef Shatry here. Well, today I am going to talk about air compressor issues and air compressors I've had over the years. But anyways, I thought I'd start this thing off with, right there's my dad's old air compressor. As you can see, it's a pretty good size air compressor. I don't know what the rating is on it or anything, but my dad started off with it was a green air compressor. I remember it. I was a kid. It was like a little 20-gallon air compressor that my dad had. And it just wasn't enough. I mean, it was a good air compressor, but just wasn't enough to run things. And he wanted to do some sandblasting, and it wasn't even going to keep up with sandblasting. But anyways, he wanted to get a big enough air compressor that he could run a sandblaster with. So he bought this thing right here. And I don't know exactly how much this thing was, but I know it wasn't cheap. I guarantee it. I think that thing's going on. It's at least 40 years old, I'm thinking. I don't remember exactly what year he bought it, but it's probably at least 40 years old. It was from Bluffton Air. It's a it's a dang good air compressor. They were special built for Bluffton Air. And one issue he had with it over the years, I do believe, I don't know where it's at, but he had the switch go bad on it. The power switch went bad. And after so many years, they quit making the switch that was for this. It was a heavy-duty switch. And, well, he couldn't find one for it. The company that he bought it from, they couldn't get it anymore. So he ended up, I think it's got a square D switch on it now. But anyways, this thing has gone bad. It started hammering one time out here. I don't remember. Oh, it's been several years. I bet it's been 20 years ago this thing started hammering. So it hasn't worked since. So in the meantime, when I bought my house, or my place, I ended up buying a little air compressor. I bought this little air compressor right here. And I used it, for nailers and whatnot, and it worked out pretty good. But I ended up buying a Craftsman. I bought an 80-gallon Craftsman. It was 7 horsepower, I think it was, 80 gallon. And, well, I didn't have it very long, because I made a big mistake that I was working out there at the house. And, well, I ran the hose from the air compressor out the back window where my dog was at. And, well, I left the air hose hanging out there overnight. And I didn't turn the air hose off. So guess what? During the night, my dog chewed a hole in the air hose, and that air compressor ran all night. Yeah. When I got back over to the house, the garage, it's a 20 by 50 garage, and it was hot inside the garage just from the air compressor running. So right there is the pump. I was able to run it for a while longer, but after a while it just started hammering and hammering and hammering more. And that's the pump off of it. So I've got to fix that pump, replace it, or do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'd like to rebuild it, but it's got a rod hammering in it. So that's the issue with that air compressor. That thing isn't very old. I think it was only a couple months old when that thing took a shit. But anyways, let's get back into the story. More of it. That air compressor. Well, when that one took a crap, and I had this air compressor here over at my house, and I was messing around with it over at the house, well, I needed something here. Well, I got a hold of this one right here. A friend of mine had this one, and he let me use it. And, well, I used it for a while, and I'll let you see this real quick. It's plugged in. Now listen. Yeah. The motor's tied up in it. So, that was the issue with that. So I didn't have an air compressor here again. So then I dug this back out from over my house. I pulled it out and started using it. Well, it started acting up. So I didn't know what to do with it. So that's when I went out and go ahead and I went and found that one right there. I bought that one. I bought that used here. I'm going to say 3 years ago. I think I got it. So, yeah, that's, I bought that one. That's a 60 gallon. You can see it's a Pro Force. But now here recently, I just had an issue with it. So it's an older air compressor, and it's actually got I put a thing on the bottom to drain the water out, but it's actually got a hole in the bottom. But anyways, I got an issue with it. We were needing to put some air in it. You always need air. I don't care who you are. You're not going to go full battery-powered tools. You always need air. So we needed air for this tire. Well, that thing sprung a leak somewhere. So I had to find out where it sprung a leak. Well, here's where it sprung a leak at. This line here goes from the tank to the pump. And, well, since the vibrations are so much in it, it actually cracked it and broke it. So that's where I'm at with this thing at the present moment. I gotta get a line for this. Dad told me I need to get a rubber hose for it because there's a lot of vibration here. You put this on again, it's just gonna break it again. So we need to get a flexible hose for this. Steel, flexible, or something. So that's what I'm doing with that. So in the meantime, I still need air. So I thought I'd dig this thing back out and see what was wrong with it, what the issue was with it. So I'm messing with it. What I want to do is I got the transmission there on the trailer. I wanted to blow the stuff off of it. Well, find out this thing here is stripped out. This is stripped. So you take this thing out right here. Yeah, see, it's stripped. Threads on this are fine. There, you can see the threads on that are good. The threads down here are bad. In here. So this won't keep on it. It won't stay. You can press it in, but it pops right back out. So I was like, well, what the heck am I going to do with this now? So I gotta buy a new pressure regulator for it. Oh, wait a second. I still have that thing right there. And guess what, guys? I'm going to take the pressure regulator off of this thing. Let me unplug it here. Since I know this thing's bad, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this pressure regulator off and stick it on that one. So then I'll have an air compressor to use. So that's some of my air compressor issues. And I thought maybe you guys might want to see this or be interested in watching this. Well, you know what you gotta go through sometimes to run air compressors? So these are basically the air compressors I've used over years. I mean, Dad started out with a little 20 gallon and he went to that. And that's been the only 2 air compressors he's ever had. And in the meantime, I've had that one, and now that one in my 80 gallon Craftsman. So yeah, I've got 4 to his 2. So, but anyways, I think these new air compressors anymore, they ain't worth a crap. And get this thing focused in better. But anyways, that's what I got going on. I thought maybe you guys would be interested in seeing something like this. And so I'm going to switch this regulator around and see if I can't get that thing. That thing runs and everything. I just couldn't get the, I didn't know what was wrong with it. I couldn't get no air out of it. So I was just curious what was wrong. And here I found out that thing right there stripped out. So, yeah, guys. We'll get back with you later. See if I'll keep it on the video here. I'll fix this real quick and see if we can get this thing working. Okay, I got all the stuff tore off of this. Right there it is. There's the pressure regulator, and I took the gauge off of this one too, because this one's good. And I got this one tore apart here. Had to take the line loose here so I could turn it a little bit so I can get everything off. But anyways, there's that stuff there. It's all off. Now this gauge here, you can see the needle's off in it. So yeah, that's why I'm going to replace this. The other one. This one's good here, I think. But anyways, that's what I'm doing, replacing this. So, get this one here, put on here. I'm going to put some Teflon tape. It's always good to put Teflon tape back on these threads. So, I'll get this thing put together. Well, I'm glad I took this thing off, because the rubber O-ring that was in it was bad. You can see there. So I put this new rubber O-ring in it. That one was kind of squished. So I'll just put this one in it and be good to go. Hopefully here. Well, I think I got it all back together again. I got it cleaned up a little bit. I couldn't get back in here, but, well, I can, but yeah, I cleaned the rest of it up. I'll do that later. But anyways, I got this thing all put back together, got the gauges on. One's kind of upside down a little bit, one's right side up, can't hardly see it anyways. But let's plug this thing in and see what we got. Okay, we're plugged in. Let's see what this thing does. See if this thing fires. Oh, yeah, we got fire. It'll run. It don't take long for this pancake presser to build up pressure, though. The gauge is working. Let's see if the gauge is working. Yeah, it's working. It's building up pressure. Oh yeah, we got pressure here too. There. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. There we go. And we got air. Sweet. I'm back in business. So yeah, the guys, I had to rob Peter to pay Paul. But anyways, I'm glad I still had this thing sitting around here because I just stole some parts off of it to fix my other one. So hopefully we don't have, yeah, it's just leaking right here. No leaks there. Well, let me unplug this so I can hear if there's air. Nope, don't hear no air leaking. So I think I'm good to go. Sweet! Alrighty guys, well, hope you guys enjoyed this little video of my air compressor fix. And I'm back in business with that. Like I said, I've got to get a line for this one so I can have my big air compressor back. You can see they cracked her pretty good. I just heard it running and all of a sudden I hear a what the heck is that? I hear the line going from the run the pump, and it goes from the pump back there down to the tank right there. So that's where it went. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. I got some more work to do on the transmission there. I'm going to show you the videos on that, so I'll get back with you guys later on that deal. So hope you guys like this one with the air compressors. So thanks for watching. Give me them subscribers. Please comment, like, share, all the other good things. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. The Clark Champ. I've had that for 20 years. See you guys.